let's stay up all night. And whatever this comes to our head, let's just talk. No agenda. We'll just talk until we can't talk no more. Like somebody wants to talk to you. Literally. Maybe they want to see if the door is still open or if the opportunity is still there. Yeah. They have a wish for something to be fulfilled when it comes to you. But they feel like you're so diplomatic, or you have such an idea, or you're so, I ain't gonna say stubborn, but you're pretty much, you stand on what you say, that it's kind of like at the point that, you know, they feel like something was over, it's just over. But it's just like they just want to talk. They just want to stay up all night and talk. They feel so comfortable around you. Yeah. They want to explore your mind. They want to explore how you were able to be so strong. When, they just want to explore you in general. Maybe they feel like now you're about to open yourself up to explore other things, and that's going to make you stronger. And as you grow stronger, you're going to completely close them off. Maybe they already know that this is happening. Yeah. Maybe they feel like you're trying to explore ways that you guys can collaborate if you need to, like out of necessity, but still do it to where, like, it's the very, very minimum. Okay? So somebody could be trying to get the wheel to turn back in their favor. They feel like that they can push through this. It's like, hey, you know, we can both get through this. You can see me as the person that you want to be with in time if you give it time. I have the knowledge now. I have the time, and I actually enjoy you. I want to enjoy you now. Somebody wants to talk to you. Outcome of the conversation. Okay, so I feel like the conversation is going to go well, okay? It's going to go smoothly. Somebody's going to use their logic. They're not going to be passive-aggressive and or just like, oh, what was the point? But I feel like at the same time, you're going to completely end it. I feel like it was already there. You had already knew that this was happening. And it's kind of like we just have to accept the fact that we're both going in different directions. It's kind of like that scene in Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. Why I say it like that? When that scene in Fast and Furious. Why do I say it like that? Fast and Furious. I don't know. Maybe you're hearing yourself on a recording or something. You're like, why do I? Maybe you're talking to somebody, especially if you're dating and you're sending voice recording. You're like, what the fuck? Anywho's. Sorry. In the movie, the movie where Paul actually dies, right? And they drive up, and he was like, "Oh, you gonna leave without saying bye?" He was like, "Nah, I was gonna say bye." Da, da, da. And then they go about their business. So it's like it's an actual like, okay, well, let's have this closure conversation, and I'm gonna go about my business. Even if this is family, it's like, okay, well, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna talk, and maybe somebody is concerned about their health, and they're like, okay, well, I want to have this conversation before I feel like I move on, or I want to have this conversation before I feel like you get in a new relationship, or whatever the case may be, and we go, you know, we go about our separate ways. Okay. You could be realizing your power. You could be realizing like, oh, I can do this, or I didn't know that, you know, this would affect this and this would affect this. It's like, okay, well, where is this going to take me? You're inspired to learn and or grow more. You're testing your boundaries. You are. And this is going to present some type of opportunity. And I obviously want to say something in a month. Somebody could be in the film industry. Congratulations. You also may have an opportunity to kind of showcase what you can do somehow, some way. You're like, okay, well, let me see about this, that, and the third. It may be a new beginning. Just don't get in your head about a fantasy like, oh, this is the big break. Like, be realistic about it, whatever this is. But you may be open to taking it. What's this opportunity? The truth. But with this truth comes a change, okay? So you may either get some truth, or somebody's going to see you as a truth. This is going to provide some type of clarity, but it's also going to bring some type of change. Yeah, and you know you're going to have to make a decision. Maybe you're already waiting on this. You could be seeing 444. It's like, you know, at some point in time, there's going to be something that comes up and you're going to have to make a decision. And it's like, okay, well, I can do this. I can get this opportunity. I can take this, but I'm going to have to leave something else behind. Do I want to do that? Am I ready for this? Is this as good as I think it is? Do I need to be patient? Do I need to wait? It's all going to boil down to your courage. Okay? Yeah, it is. Strength. It's going to boil down to your courage. So it's going to be up to you. And it may be a hard choice, because you may be like, oh, I don't know. You just want to get out of it. You may be feeling calm. Like, I don't say calm. You may just be feeling comfortable where you are. And you may be like, oh, I'm just too fixated on, like, what's going to happen, what's going to fall, what's going to break down, but that may be deception, and things actually may balance out for you. And you may realize that, you know, you staying stuck is just supposed to be a thing of your past. And you're supposed to follow this new path in order to get to this new love and or this new celebration, for sure. So it's going to be up to you whether you want to take the action or not. But I feel like initially you're going to be defensive against this. But I feel like this is an opportunity for you. And honestly, it may not just be you that's sad about it. You may communicate this to someone, and they may be sad, like, oh, I really don't want you to move across the country, or I really don't want this to happen, and they're genuinely upset about it, and that may affect your decision as well. But at the same time, I feel like you're gonna pick up your things and you're gonna pack. I think you are. And you feel like you're gonna have the courage to go through this, because it's like, okay, well, worst case scenario, I can always come back and I can always move back. Yeah, you are. But I feel like this may bring you balance and enjoyment, and so, you know, you're just gonna trust yourself. Okay. Alright. I don't know. I'm thinking about the song Get It Back in Blood. I don't know. Maybe you're just hearing that song with something's going on. I don't know. I don't want to know. Deception. I don't want to know. I ain't answering no questions. And somebody could be coming to tell you about some type of deception that they were doing and how they were trying to get back at you, and you're like, you know what? I done released that. I done got over all the drama, all the betrayal. I done let all that shit go. I don't need to know. It's like, I done burnt that part. You can keep it and burn it. I don't care. It could be an Aries or Sagittarius that's coming to talk to you, or they're coming to talk to you about something. You just say you got some type of satisfaction for sure. Somebody sees you as a treat. They want to indulge in you. You spark their curiosity. They want to know how you're holding things together. Like, how do you do this? How do you get this information? Or how do you hold things together when people are sick? Somebody wants you to...